appear today and for your leadership on this important matter. In partnership with the FAA and other government partners, US aviation manufacturers and our airline customers set the gold standard of safety worldwide. Maintaining this unprecedented level of safety is our priority mission. For this reason, we've been expressing serious concerns about possible interference with a key aviation safety device known as a radio altimeter upon deployment of the new 5G service in the C-band. Spectrum is the lifeblood of our industry, and we support 5G rollout. It will be important to our industry, it will be important to the more than 2 million people who work on our industry, and it will usher in new advances for our society. But it must be done in a way that assures the US's gold standard of safety, defined as the chance of one catastrophic incident in 1 billion flight hours. We know we can do this because as an industry, we do it every day. Introduce complex technologies into society safely. AIA members manufacture first-in-class fixed-wing and rotary aircraft of all sizes, each with extensive safety features. One of the most critical is the radio altimeter, which is the workhorse of the overall integrated safety system. While it is a simple device, it has the most consequential of purposes, helping to save lives. Altimeters help pilots determine an aircraft's altitude. These highly reliable devices are essential to a number of aircraft functions, including precision approach, landing, ground proximity, and collision avoidance. All commercial and most general aviation aircraft, as well as helicopters, use an altimeter. Altimeters are unique to each aircraft type and model. They are designed, manufactured, tested, and certified against the most rigorous safety requirements as a single component, and then again as part of the aircraft's integrated safety system. Altimeters are especially important for pilots dealing with low visibility conditions and in other situations like wind shear, which causes rapid decrease in airspeed due to wind flows near the ground. It can be particularly hazardous during takeoff and landing. In such an environment, fluctuation in atmospheric pressure can result in airspeed indicators and barometric altimeters providing misleading indications to the flight crew. But the radio altimeter can be trusted, and it's this device they must rely on to execute a successful escape maneuver. Beginning in 2018, aviation stakeholders began calling for collaboration to address potential interference because of the altimeter's essential safety function. While progress is now occurring, this is not the same as declaring the problem solved. The mitigation measures underway are temporary and focus on our largest cities. We need to ensure that all airports, including airports in small and mid-sized communities, can maintain their operations safely as rollouts continue. The US aviation system is incredibly complex. It's not nearly as simple as adopting another country's safety playbook for 5G development for reasons including orientation of the base tower and differing maximum power levels. Our efforts must be specific to US needs and safety requirements. Based on where we are today, the development of new standards will take considerable time. Because of this, a proposal to retrofit out-of-band filters or other solutions cannot be accomplished overnight. Manufacturing and certifying new radar altimeter designs on a forward-fit basis is the ultimate goal, but that will take even longer. It will take extensive testing, certification, and time. The US has set the gold standard as the safest aviation system in the world, and we have incredibly high requirements to keep it that way. Policy is an essential element to maintaining this level of safety, but currently there is no formal requirement for 5G interference tolerance, an incomplete understanding of spurious emissions, and no agreed upon worst case interference scenario. One of the lessons learned in this case is that the effects of spectrum relocation or sharing are not simple. The auction process seeks to address and indemnify in-band users that are being relocated, but the effects on interference on nearby users and the requisite mitigation, as in this case, is not adequately addressed by all regulations. There will be future generations of technologies and spectrum auctions. We need to modernize the regulatory framework before this happens again. The ultimate goal is to maximize 5G while minimize disruptions. There will be a gap between the end of the 6-month compromise and when the ultimate solution is identified and implemented. That means a process must be established to provide ongoing information sharing and dialogue between government and all private sector stakeholders, and a process that also helps us avoid finding ourselves in this position again as we contemplate future additions to spectrum. Thank you to the committee for listening to our perspectives, and I look forward to your questions.